Toni Morrison once said that if there's a book you want to read that does not exist, you should write the book, right? And so I'm working on a leadership book because I am tired of being recommended leadership books that have nothing to do with me culturally and have little to do with my cultural ethos. Here's what I want to do that's different. So, some of you have heard me before say that I'm a life coach, scholar professor, and life coach who works using Black history, Black culture, and Black spirituality to work with my clients to define and achieve holistic success. I'm also a career-long educator and your favorite HBCU professor. So, you've heard me do that spiel before. And the thing I want to point out to you the most right now is that when I say I use Black culture, Black spirituality, Black history to drive what I do, what I'm really trying to communicate to you is everything I do is centered in my own perspective, in my own cultural ways of being, and in the things that matter most to me, right? Now, that's not to say that I can't adore or learn from other cultural perspectives, but that mine is my most natural way of existing in the world, okay? So when I read leadership books that are not written from that perspective, I always feel like there's something missing. There's another piece of the story, right? There are certain things I can learn from anybody, but I can't learn how to be a Black woman in the workplace except from Black women who are in the workplace. Does that make sense? So in the chapter that I'm working on right now, I'm introducing a concept that I call performed excellence. It makes my teeth itch, y'all. Let me tell you what I mean by performed excellence. Have you ever met somebody who is dressed very professionally, speaks very clearly, very well, very articulate, moves in such a way that they catch the attention of people in the boardroom or in the classroom or on the field? They just carry themselves with an air of power and prestige, okay? But that when you sit down and have a conversation with them, you realize they dumb as rocks. They don't know shit from Shinola. It ain't a whole lot they can push over on you once you realize all that you thought was excellent is really a performance of excellence rather than true, authentic excellence. Those people are dangerous. And they're dangerous for a couple of reasons. The first reason they're dangerous is because they are performing excellence, they might fool other people and find themselves in positions where their ineptitude really threatens the well-being of the whole organization, right? But two, and I think most problematically, once they present themselves as experts because they are able to perform this kind of performed excellence, then you have young people who think that to be excellent is to dress a certain way, to speak a certain way, and not necessarily to read, to learn, to think deeply, to build relationships, so on and so forth. And so I think one of the threats facing our young people today is that in some spaces, we have allowed people to become experts, to be seen as experts, to be seen and portrayed as leaders, people being interviewed on the news, right? And we all know that they don't know nothing. It's dangerous because some of our young people are looking at that and they're aspiring to have that kind of influence and not the deep intellectual thinking that's good for us all. Tell them Tip told you.